What is going on, guys? Here's another fun one for you guys. So if you guys don't know already, I mean, if you're Canadian, you'll probably know. If anywhere else, you probably don't know. Is Canada the other day unveiled an LGBTQ loony that they're going to be putting into circulation, and apparently, gay people are not impressed. The LGBT community is angry, like they like to be. Doesn't make any sense to me. Um, they don't like to have they don't like to say thank you for anything apparently, or go, hey, this is a win for our team at all, even when it's on their side. So yeah, here it says Canada unveiled its new commemorative Loony Tuesday, paying tribute to the 50-year anniversary of decriminalization of homosexuality across the country. But the coin has drawn controversy, which is fun. Some LGBTQ activists and historians, the good old gay historians, are calling into question the message behind the loony, saying it mistakenly suggests equality is being reached, and that is done so largely by the Canadian government, specifically by former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau. I don't know what they mean by equality has not been reached. In this country, you could literally be given a hate crime. You could be arrested for hate speech, for accidentally misgendering someone at work, or saying fag. If you wouldn't get any of that for calling me a whitey cracker or something like that. You wouldn't get that. Obviously there's going to be issues with people like that, but that's just how it's always going to be. There's always going to be people who are against it. The only way you could get around that, is just keep on spreading your message. But obviously there's going to be a point where there's no more you could do. And getting mad at a loony because, well, we're not actually equal. We got plenty other issues to get mad at. I'll go into it later. It's later in here, but they bring in racism because it's an LGBTQ problem, and they bring in some other stuff that are totally not in the LGBTQ activism area. I mean, obviously there's people in that area that probably support those, but the only thing I feel like they could get mad at this loony is for looking stupid. So let's keep on going on. So in 1967, then Justin Minister Trudeau then Justice Minister Trudeau began calling for reforms to decriminalize homosexuality in Canada's criminal code, which passed 2 years later in 1968 or 1969, hence 50 years. There were many gains gained by the gay community before this, but this coin gives all the credit to Pierre Trudeau. I do not know how it does that. It's literally just some fucking. See if I could find it. Let's see if this will bring me to it. I don't know. It looks like fucking one of those artists making one of their, it almost looks like Spanish contemporary art, like during like the Civil War kind of shit. It looks weird. It doesn't. Nothing about it screams gay people or Pierre Trudeau to me. Basically, they're saying that this is all for Pierre Trudeau and the year 1969, which I guess that's true because it's the year that being gay was decriminalized. It should be about our community, not the federal government. Okay. The Royal Canadian Mint could have consulted people who have knowledge of this history, but they didn't. Who are these people that have knowledge? You're telling me that... oh, there it is. There's a... See, look at that. It is some weird... It doesn't have... nothing about that screams Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Nothing about that. The Royal Canadian Mint could have consulted people who have knowledge of this history, but they didn't. I don't know what they think they know that people that aren't gay don't know. I don't know why they have this idea that we need to talk to them to be able to understand their history. Obviously, it's good to consult with those people, and they probably did. They probably just didn't consult with people that were friends of the people getting mad. They probably talked to gay people and said, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think about this coin that we're sending out for you?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's good." But because the LGBTQ community, their Facebook page wasn't messaged, now they're mad about it. That maybe they could release their own coin if they want to. Finance Minister Bill, I'm going to Morneau, I'm guessing, Mornier, unveiled the loonie in Toronto, saying the equality coin encourages all of us to build a better, more inclusive Canada, because like the coin itself, the more equality we have in Canada, the richer we are. So far I haven't seen anything about this coin that screams LGBTQ people. This is not about them. This is about Pierre Elliott Trudeau. This is about the government. Nothing about this to scream that. But of course, they're going to find ways to get mad at a stupid shit like a coin. The coin, which starts circulating Tuesday, combines the world's equality Elgete, I don't know, with the work of Vancouver-based artist Joe Average. Protesters were also at the event arguing that LGBTQ people continue to face criminalization over decades that followed the legal changes. Of course they did. It's going to happen. They're gonna face criminal. Well, I mean not criminalization. They're going to face people that don't like them. They're going to face people that don't like gay people all the time. It's just people are out there that are like that, and obviously it's going to be something they're going to have to get over at some point. Maybe just don't talk to them. There are people who are protesting here. There is still more work we need to do. We are not at the end of this path. The Anti-69 Network was one of the groups silent protesting, challenging the mythology that 1969 criminal code reform decriminalization and homosexuality. Okay. I don't know why they're arguing something that happened in 1969 when nowadays being gays or trans or whatever the fucking LGBTQ 2S plus fuck. Could you come up with a better fucking name than that? People in that, it's you hear about them, you don't go, oh, that's weird, because you hear about them all the time. They're around, they're allowed to get married, they're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want, they're allowed to get whatever fucking job they want as long as they're educated to do that job. But they're going to protest something that happened in 1969 and a coin. Despite the importance gained by movement and organizing, equality has still not been established in 2019. Okay, and in what areas? You tell me what areas we need to work on, and we'll go on it. But they have to be legit areas and not a coin, or the year 1969. The continuing struggles are against the blood donation bans. See, here we go. Blood donation bans, HIV and sex workers, anti-black racism, which packs many of our communities. But what does this have to do with LGBTQ people on this fucking coin and 1969 with Pierre Elliott Trudeau? I don't fucking understand what this has to do with any of that. Here we go. Here's anti-trans policing. Okay, maybe that has to do with it, but I don't know any anti-trans. I don't see trans people getting round up and put in concentration camps over here. It doesn't happen. In Chechnya it does. You want to go to Chechnya and protest, you could do that. The Middle East, there's a lot of countries that do that. But I don't know what any of this other fucking shit has to do with this coin or LGBTQ or any of the other stuff they want to talk about. What did the 1969 amendment do? I don't care about any of this. All this shit. I don't care about any of this. Okay, well, a lot more still needs to be done. Liberal MP Rob Oliphant, who was at the Looney's unveiling, spoke about the controversy surrounding the coin. I was 13 years old when Pierre Trudeau issued those words, and I was proud. It did not make me equal, but it gave me a fighting chance, he said. I knew I was different, but just those words gave me a fighting chance. In a sense, I could have a meaning. I wasn't equal at the point, and I'm not sure if I am yet equal. But this coin recognizes the journey. The coin is a small token of a huge effort that has happened. That has happened and made Canada a better place. See, at least this guy is a little bit more sane, and he doesn't know if he's equal, but he is. But he doesn't know. But he does recognize that this coin may not just be about being equal, but the effort that the people have made to become equal. And even though the year says 1969, doesn't mean that that's the year they're talking about. The 1969 is the starting point, and this year is the ending point so far with this coin. But people who weren't even alive then are still going to get mad about it. The MP argued the equality coin also acts as a beacon to the rest of the world for homosexuality, where homosexuality is punishable by death, like Chechnya, where you should be protesting, or the Middle East. Gay rights activist Rev. Brent Hawkes, who was also at the event, said he does not want to back away from celebrating 1969. It was not perfect, and a lot more needs to be done. We're still working on that, but 1969, this government passed a bill that said certain laws can no longer exist to criminalize gays and lesbians. That is significant, he argued. While it's not perfect, we should not diminish this part of it. At least these guys are saying. It's pretty ridiculous that people are getting mad over this. There's better places to be putting your fucking effort into other than a coin and all this fucking bullshit that has nothing to do with this coin or Pierre Elliott Trudeau. Please, just put your effort somewhere else other than a fucking coin. This coin will stay in circulation and you'll see it every once in a while. At least be fucking happy about it. Just suck it up.